Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady podcast here, and this is my reaction to the 2-1 loss against St Johnstone in the Premiership today. Diabolical, really just absolutely diabolical. And could this be the day that Gio gets his jotters, and could this be the day we lost the league? Obviously mathematically that's not going to be the case, but with the way we're playing, you just don't see any changes unless there's wholesale changes within the team, and that starts really at the management. Arguably some people could say it starts at the board, but that was just diabolical from Rangers today. Not the effort in the first half, certainly, but the execution was just shocking. We lined up with two changes from the Ajax game. We lined up McGregor, Tavernier, King, Davies, Barisic, Sands, Lundstrom, Tillman, Sakala, Cholak and Kent. On the subs bench we had McLaughlin, Davis, Matondo, Kamara, Morelos, Wright, McCann, Arfield and Ufeko, I think. Forgive my pronunciation there. But in the first half, utterly calamitous, yet utterly predictable. Can't fault the effort, as I said. The execution we can fault though. 74% possession, 17 shots but only 3 on target, 12 corners as well. Contrast that with St Johnstone, 3 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal. Really sums it up. It was really like watching a Mark Warburton team. Plenty corners, plenty possession, doing absolutely chuff all with it. We're trying to create different options, we're hitting shots but really never putting their keeper under any pressure. Our best chance of the first half came on the 19th minute when a corner came in from left to the middle. Sakala leaps up into the air on the spot under pressure, and it was a great header off the bar. We kept on trying, we had plenty of possession. St Johnstone I don't think got past the halfway line more than half a dozen times, to be honest. McGregor had absolute bugger all to do until right at the end, but we just never put the keeper under any pressure, and it was just the same old, put the cross in, try and get something, shots that were getting deflected out for the corner. I mean, granted we were trying at least, and that's how it's got. We're praising the team for trying, not actually doing the job. However, as what generally happens with this Rangers team, we're hit on the sucker punch with really the first attack St Johnstone done in the whole half, and on the 41st minute they went 1-0 up. First time up the park, not dealt with, dithering about at the back. Tavernier gives the ball away on the left. We couldn't clear it, passed right to their players, other players refusing to put challenges in. It went out to the wide to the right and a stunning strike from 20 yards into the back of the net, but that's only after Ryan Kent jumps out the way of the shot. Ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. It was a fantastic shot, can't take that away from them, but the fact that we couldn't put a challenge in, the fact that we give the ball away, the fact that once again Ryan Kent shits out of it, not acceptable in the slightest. You knew that was going to happen after all the possession, all the chances we had that were really not even clear-cut chances as well. That's the best of it. No changes at half time. I can understand that because we were largely on top. We just needed that one wee bit of extra spark, that wee bit extra luck, but it was an abysmal second half. We didn't even have the same intensity as we did in the first half, and we paid for it. We made substitutions on the 61st minute. We went Tillman off, Davies off, Morelos on and Arfield on. When you think about it, we went 3 at the back at that point. Ludicrous decision to leave an 18-year-old inexperienced player. As much as he's got potential, you've seen how inexperienced he can be, and none more so than this. I'm not blaming King for this, but that's what happens when you go 3 at the back and leave an 18-year-old rather than keeping an experienced Davies on. A minute later, we went 2-0 down. It was a throw in from the left. King gets skin, the cross in, and Nicky Clark runs in with a backheel flick at the near post into the back of the net. Just absolutely abysmal defending once again. We never really had any intensity after that. However, we did score on the 74th minute with Tavernier scoring. It was a corner in from the left, cleared away by the header, but only to Tavernier on the edge of the box, who chests it down and shoots and rolls over the keeper's diving hand. I think the sun got in the keeper's eyes there, even though he was wearing a hat this time. But it was a well taken goal all the same. Bit of fortune, but that's what we needed in this game. We did show a wee bit more intensity for about maybe 5 minutes after that, and in that space Lundstrom hits an absolute thunder bastard, come crashing off the bar once again. Made more substitutions on the 79th minute, Sands and Kent off, Kamara and Matondo on, and then in the 84th minute Sakala had to go off injured with a hamstring injury, and Wright came on. Once again, another pull or strain on a hamstring. What is going on with our fitness? You don't get these type of injuries when you're doing proper fitness training. Yes, maybe the odd one or two can go, but not game after game, player after player. I mean, Sakala's barely played this season and he's getting a hamstring injury. What is going on there? As I said, this is the day I think that really the board need to act and act fast, and I think it needs to start with Gio going out. I hate to say it, but there is something fundamentally wrong with what is going on with the training, with what is going on at the tactics, the team selections, the substitutions. I can't understand how Gio went from so tactically astute last season, especially in Europe, to then this absolute pathetic tactics and substitutions this season. Really, really baffling. I do not know what the hell is happening just now. Answers certainly are needed. Something needs to change, and it needs to happen fast, because we go into the next game on Wednesday against Hearts. That's a 19:45 kickoff. So Dave and I will be back on, we are recording on Tuesday to sum up the last couple of games, and hopefully that will be out either in the early hours of Wednesday morning or later on the Wednesday before the game. So all that's left to say is thanks for listening and goodbye.